Hi, this is Kia from BodieBear.net. It is 7:30 in the morning and I'm still at Hoff's house. I figured I was going to go for a little bit of a walk. Now, just walking through this complex can be enough of a hike on its own. It's the only building in Carmel that was given a permit to go over 2 stories, and this was done way back in the day by the current owner's grandmother. But here we go. This is European elegance with the warmth of family hospitality, and they are very cool here. I visited last year, and it's almost like the owner remembers me. She left exact cheese, exact Chardonnay that I like in my room, and I'm like, there's no way, but kind of think it was more than a coincidence at this point. Anyway, we're gonna go on a walk, more than just that. For us and our purposes today, we are going to walk down San Carlos to Ocean Avenue, and that's basically the main intersection in this 1 square mile village. And it wasn't just Hoff's house. A lot of these businesses, they have this like nice European villagey feel. Fascinating thing about this place, you cannot wear any heels, so nothing over a 2-inch or a kitten heel. If not, you can be cited and you have to go to City Hall for special permission for high heels. So here's the slightly tricky part. You walk 2 blocks on Ocean Avenue, and that's the main intersection there with Ocean Avenue and Junipero, I think. Then this street starts Mountain View, and it's Mountain View you want to go up. So it's right by the Presbyterian Church. And in a little bit, you're about to see why this really is the village in the forest by the sea, is what I kind of heard it described recently, and it's completely appropriate. And here we are. It took me a whole 14 minutes to end up on dedicated trail. And we're at this top portion of the map here, Mountain View Avenue, and we're going to take this down to Carmel Mission by Railroad. I think from there I'm going to probably meander to jump on the beach and take the beach back into downtown. But yeah, here you are, Mission Trail Nature Preserve. Total secret. They are luckily talking about the health and wellness and some of the recreation activity you can do right from town. They put together this great brochure 3 weeks ago that mentions this. I learned about it last year after I'd already left and was like, wish I could have gone. So yeah, I've been out here multiple times already, and now to go adventure on the trail for a bit. This right here is basically how you know you arrived. You're going to see basically the wooden planks on bridges. You're going to have these trails like this are going to be a little flatter and a lot easier to navigate if you have mobility issues. And then you're going to see these kinds of trails, more of the nature trails where you're going to have tree roots and everything. And yeah, apparently there's a noise ordinance. So exactly at 8 o'clock, it was like mayhem for a moment with a leaf blower there and people sawing over there. So you are buttressed right up against some stuff, but you know, it's still quiet. I hear birds. I'll let you listen for a moment. And I did get it here before Carmel Bell opened, which is my jam, that spot that I go to in town with the turmeric, the Vital Tonic, and the Golden Latte. But Hoff's house, they had organic fair trade coffee from Latin America, so hey, that was pretty easy to do. So yeah, I'm going to have a leisurely stroll. And in case you're worried about how burly this is, check out the footwear. Yeah, it's really nothing if you're kind of used to hiking around. So yeah, gotta go for it. Because it's Carmel, yeah, of course, you can hang out the redwood grove, and you obviously have an opera singer walking up the way singing. This is cool. There we go. Now we're starting to see some of the bigger friends here. Looking on up into the redwood. So, what do we say when we see friends? Hi, friend. Long time no see. Yeah, my happy place. Definitely my happy place. And it looks like a beautiful spot to hang out on. So I will be quiet and just take you along for this little bit of a hike to this grove area. Barney Ladalo Redwood Grove. dedicated January 1994 in honor of Mayor Bernard F. Lailo and his fellow council members, Anderson Brown, Falsey, and Whittlesey, who in 1971 acquired the Mission Trail Park for the city of Carmel-by-the-sea. The acquisition was made possible by a generous donation by William G. Doolittle, placed by the Friends of Barney Lailo. So that would explain the Doolittle Trail being so huge. And if you did not want to go on that little path that I just went through, even though it's absolutely lovely, here you go. One easy path right back out to that service trail that I just mentioned. But one more time, just because it really is soul medicine. Found one slight hiccup to staying on this trail. This was to go to the Willow Arch, and I don't know. I didn't see any signs saying that it was closed. This obviously does not look like the easiest path to do. Just heads up, I didn't see anything saying it was closed. The trail looks really well maintained, to be quite honest. But I do know that they are suffering from some serious issues with the deluge of rain last year, and that's even affected the beaches and the bonfires they do there. Okay, I will definitely need to be taking a shower when I get back to the hotel before I join our group on this retreat. That's hysterical. Oh yeah, I haven't been wearing shoes either. Sandals been working just fine, except for that little bit of mud. So, I don't think very many people use this trail. That bird was so worth it. And this is a trail I would let my 4-year-old hike. And that is the mission actually directly in front of us. Amazing. This trail is so cool. And there you go. Only 1 hour on the trail, a lot of goofing off, and the trail ended across the street over there, across the street over here, and Mission Carmel. Visitors entrance and everything. It's open to public at 9:30, but it's only 9 o'clock. So I'm trying to decide if I'm going to go back on that main service trail or figure out how to get to the beach to get back to the hotel. Kind of thinking the beach option sounds pretty fun too, even though that was a gorgeous trail. I found it pretty accessible. And like I said, unfortunately, wow, the mission's not open right now. I might have to try to bring Anna Lydia back here, see if she's into that. Me and her stopped off at Mission San Luis Obispo, and that was gorgeous, but that is so nice. Anyway, peace out.